Finishers MMA, finishersmma.com, at Finishers. That's how you find them on social media. These guys have a show with us every Monday called Now We Go. You can check it out. Zach, JM, Thor, Grace, there's too many to name that come out of that school, and they are killers in the game. They are the biggest MMA jiu-jitsu school in the area, and they are owning the East Coast. You can contact them at 610-438-0746. Ask for Andrew. They are at 3761 Nicholas Street in Easton, PA. They have 2 locations as of now, Bethlehem and Allentown. They are growing into 3, 4, 5, 6. I would say they are taking over, but they already have. Check them out on all of their social media. They are awesome to follow. And if you're looking to get in shape, you're looking to choke people, you're looking to do anything at all to better your life, finishersmma.com. AllValleyRooter.net. That's not how you pronounce it all the time. I just say it that way. All Valley Rooter, Jared LaBarba. He is my plumber. He's the show's plumber. I'm getting him plumbing business all over, and I love that he is getting what he wants. He has 24-hour emergency service. He is certified, insured, and professional. You can follow him at All Valley Rooter. He's on social media, and you can find his information at allvalleyrooter.net. Jared came down over the weekend and he fixed a problem down here. He's super professional. I love him as a person. I love his business. He grew it, and he's doing his own thing. It's allvalleyrooter.net. It's 24-hour professional plumbing services. He can help you out with everything you need. It's 610-762-1656. He's certified, insured, and professional. Do not be afraid to contact him for any of your plumbing needs. Support Jared. Jared supports us. Luke Delmeyer Handmade Custom Knives. I love Luke. It's lukedelmeyer.com. He's a farrier, a bladesmith, and a blacksmith. He has custom knives, and the best part about it is you can take classes to make them. So not only can you take a class to learn how to make knives, at the end of the class, you get that knife. We're working on a project together. He started recently getting into chef knives, so he's starting to make chef knives. He makes hunting knives. He can make any of your needs as far as blacksmithing. That's at Luke Delmeyer on Instagram. That is the best way to follow him. You can see all the stuff that he's posting. He shares, he does raffles, he gives giveaways. Check out all things Luke Delmeyer at lukedelmeyer.com. We've had him on the show before. You can dig down in the library, listen to how he got started and where he's at now. I'm excited to work with Luke. He's a really good friend of the show, and I'm excited to showcase his chef knife that he's making me. Check out all things Luke Delmeyer at lukedelmeyer.com. Farrier, bladesmith, blacksmith. Rips Auto Detail. This guy is the best, hands down, in the area. I've interviewed him. I know his story. He's doing things that others aren't, and I love that he fucks with the show. I love getting the best of the best and having them support and be a part of this. That's what the sponsorship is for. I'm giving you the best people in their profession, and Rips is the best at auto detail. It's at Rips Auto Detail for Instagram. You follow that. He's showing you the different cars he does, and it's at 630 North Nelson Street in Allentown, PA. He offers paint correction, ceramic, SPS coatings, and more. This is appointment only, and it's ripsautodetail@gmail.com. You can call him at 484-553-1366. I tell you, follow him. If you don't know, you want to know more about what he does, follow him on Instagram. Follow Rips Auto Detail, and you can see all the things that Rip does. He's a big part of the show. We have a separate show we do called Road Dogs, and you can check out his past interviews and hear his whole story. I couldn't recommend this guy more for your auto, car, boat, plane. This guy literally has done everything, and he is the best in the area doing this. Rips Auto Detail.
All right, this is going to be so much fun. Never Again Radio episode Rakkii Ramen pop-up. Welcome to Never Again Radio. We have 3 people in the house. I don't know how this all came together, but it's here. Everyone showed up. We got here. I have Kevin from Rakkii Ramen Doylestown. Angelo, my machine over here from...
the unemployment line.
Yes. And then... Archie from Free Will Brewing.
Yeah.
The why everyone here is for a pop-up I'm starting this so tight and not loose.
You should stretch.
That's how
wish I would've
That's how you
stretched.
started too.
How did this all come together? Because I met you through Kevin, and then we've talked about doing a pop-up, and then Archie came in on it, so I guess we'll start with Kevin. I don't want to get too deep into Rakkii Ramen because I want to do that as a separate thing, but you run Rakkii Ramen Doylestown, and you're doing a pop-up this weekend.
Correct.
Yes.
I was like, is he actually freezing up?
The one word answers are coming right now.
I hope the three of you just do it to me.
And cut. It's pretty awesome. I know Archie, who's from Free Will Brewing. We've known each other for a while. I know Angelo. I followed Angelo on Instagram. You and I
to his home.
No one knows about that. PFA.
Knows.
See trail mix wrappers on the right outside my window.
I don't eat those anymore. That's someone else.
Because you got caught.
No, I mean we. Not to jump in, but we all were in the city. When we did Mama's 2 that day, and we were eating.
That's right.
And we were just like, what are we going to do? And I know Mike and I are going to do burgers and sandwiches and God knows whatever else we can do here. And then you were like, let's do something by me. And then, the rest is history. Now we're doing a ton of shit next week.
Right on.
Really cool.
For sure, it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna special Angelo's porchetta on our ramen and on our bao buns. We're gonna bring in Archie and his knowledge of beers. He's going to have those for a tasting. People can get a couple different tastes of their local brewed beers. We're going to have music. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be really, really cool.
Yeah.
Super excited. First thing we've ever done of this, nature. We've had music before, but we haven't had, celebrities.
Are we still talking about Craigslist?
Yeah.
Not yet. No, we'll get into that. But
I'm not a celebrity. I'm just a black guy. Just show up with beer. That's what I do. Yeah, exactly.
When did you get involved with Free Will? I mean, we talked a little bit before the podcast, but what's your job there? Like, kind of what's your role in all of this?
4 years ago, jumped on the Free Will team, on the sales team. And here we are. A lovely, lovely brewery in Middle Percy. And our ownership is real cool, and they were looking for a sales guy. Actually, they weren't looking for a sales guy. I just knocked on the door, and they said, yo.
Art, you were selling beer for a while, though, right?
Yeah, I've been selling beer for about 12 years now.
Yeah.
So
your knowledge of beer is, ridiculous.
It's fair.
No, it's not.
Fair.
No, it's not.
Fair.
Dude, I have no knowledge of beer. What you have, you schooled me to a couple things.
I appreciate that, man.
Likewise.
How'd you get into selling beer?
We should hold hands.
You want to save that for the next one, or you?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of what is it? Something
Well,
that
I was out of work.
Yeah,
and I ended up actually. The story ties back to Kevin, his cousin Brian, and at the time Brian's brother-in-law, who owns a pizza shop, had a couple beers on tap. He was able to get these tickets for this larger wholesaler who did a trade show. We end up having the tickets St. Patty's Day weekend. Brian and I get smashed the night before. Wake up.
I don't believe that.
Yeah. Wake up Sunday morning, and he's like, dude, are we going to this thing? I'm like, yeah, let's go. So we end up going to this trade show.
You had to ask him.
I know. I meet the guy from Oscar Blues, which was in Colorado at the time. We end up hitting it off. That guy gives me his card. Fast forward, offers me a job. I start selling beer for Oscar Blues. Then I made the transition through a couple other companies, and then here I am today. But that's how I actually got to meet Kevin, because I became really close with his cousin Brian.
Yeah,
we were next door neighbors, and we just hit it off. And then he just brought me into their family, and then I just get to meet Kevin, then I get to meet everybody else, and here we are today.
That's awesome.
It's
cool the way
cool
all this happened, because we were talking about it in the city, and then as it got closer, we were like, nah. And me and Kevin have always talked about doing projects, and we used to drive into the city for food, and it was always we were working shitty jobs, and it was always I can't wait till we're doing our thing. So for it to come full circle where he introduces me to you, and then seeing how fast it kind of turned around, where we were like, hey, we should do that ramen pop up, and then going down and then making the bowl, and then tagging him on it. It's just fucking cool that everybody knew
crazy.
each other to begin with,
Yeah.
and then now everybody's working separately but on one project.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. It's you know what? That's the best part, and my favorite thing about where I'm at in life right now is I'm good friends with people who do something great, whether it's a food of all different cultures, beer,
Right.
you know, podcast. Where there's so many ways to like help each other out or to work for the common goal. And you know what? Whoever thought porchetta with ramen, but it's pork and it's fucking it's
right.
good. So you know,
it's
I'm
a
in.
fucking
yeah, it is
magical
delicious. You know?
It's
So, I mean,
unreal.
exactly. So I mean, it's cool to be able to connect with people from such distances now. I mean,
Yeah.
at this point it's common, but the fact that we started with you guys coming to see me at my store, eating in the parking lot in a tent, and then finally I came down, hang out. Now it's like we have a million things where we just don't even have enough time probably to get it all done at this
Yeah,
point. But it's
literally.
cool. Now it's getting nice out, so we can.
Yeah, I'm excited. It was also cool because when we first met, you were still at the store, and then to see your transition with just kind of jumping into doing your own thing and doing the pop-ups, and then watching you grow as pop-ups, but then start doing pop-ups with us, like it was just like that's
cool.
fucking dope. And I don't like we were saying, I don't know anyone who's doing a porchetta ramen, or I mean, I'm sure there's ramen pop-ups, but I don't know anything that's going on like this.
Honestly, there's nothing out there.
No.
There's literally nothing out there.
I searched. I found one that day, actually, 2014. Somebody had a collage picture. They tagged porchetta ramen. Didn't look anything like porchetta ramen.
No.
Right.
But, I mean, if it means we're the pioneers, and it's funny because actually people are starting to make it already since we started, since we posted the pictures and started
I
talking
saw
about
that.
it.
Seriously?
And it's like, it's
Well, that
so
was
cool,
one thing you
So
said.
people copycat right away
Yeah,
already.
right.
They're on
Because
top.
it's
Yeah.
you think about it. How many times can you alter something, and when you bring in a different culture spin,
Yep.
and it creates a whole different thing, and that's where most of
Absolutely.
the best food and liquor and all the shit we do
Right
really
on.
comes from.
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
I
Trying to
love
make it better.
And they probably want to kill me in Italy for doing it, but
Well, that was one thing you touched on when you were like,
And
hey,
Japan.
like you were like.
seriously, we're never traveling with Mark then.
You were like, when we first started doing it, you were like, hey, I don't even want to post the pictures because if we start posting the pictures, people are going to start doing this
Yeah.
before our pop-up.
Because it was cool,
Which is crazy that
Yeah.
happened.
I know, and you know how social media is. Unfortunately, it feeds a whole, I don't want to say generation, but a whole like time where people are copying so many other people doing
Absolutely.
stuff. But I like it. I think it's interesting. I think it's cool. And the fact that somebody thinks it's cool enough to try it themselves if they can't make it, or even if they can, if we can inspire something cool, it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean?
Awesome.
It's not like we're going to start all of a sudden Rakkii porchetta ramen shops all around the world. I mean, we wouldn't turn down a deal if it was out there.
If it's out there. If it's out there.
But it's cool. I mean, it's fun to see like evolution of stuff, and I think we have tons more stuff to do. in
Does
the
Free
future,
Will usually pop in on doing stuff like this?
We typically will not turn down any solid invitation.
All right, I have another one.
Yeah.
It's like we're gonna roller skate.
Yeah. So
In the park.
yeah, right. Yeah.
I gotta clean out my garage this weekend. You bring some beer. What can we do? I need
We
help.
could do that. Well, I have a 17-year-old son who'll
Oh,
work.
perfect.
He'll work.
So
he'll
we'll
work for-
watch him.
Yeah,
while he does the heavy lifting.
He'll work for pizza, absolutely, or
awesome.
porchetta.
Me
You know
too.
what I mean?
And
Yeah.
speaking of pizza, he makes phenomenal pizza.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's so fun.
But yeah, I mean, we're into traditionally the standard was to do like a traditional beer dinner. You pick 4 or 5 beers. You pick the courses that match those beers, and you do this. This is totally unique and different in the concept that Kevin came up with, and saying, "Yo, I'm bringing Angelo, my man. He's gonna do this cool ass porchetta. What do you think, Arch?" And I'm like, "Dude, count me in. We'll figure out the beer, but I'm definitely in on the food side either way." You know what I mean?
Nice.
So
Did you guys go through? Because I know what was crazy is I didn't know you were going to pull a beer guy in, and then when you did, I didn't
a
know
great
like
idea.
you guys were trying. So you guys specifically picked beer that's going to go with the porchetta ramen.
yeah, so Kev sent me a text. He said, "Yo, Arch, what's going on?" I'm like, "Not much, Kev. What's up? How are you?" He's like, we talked some bullshit about playing poker, and we haven't done that yet. And then he was like, "Yo, I'm doing this pop-up thing at the ramen bar. I got this spot in Doylestown." I'm like, "Oh, that's what's up, man." And I didn't let him off the hook yet. I just said, he's like, "Yo, who?"
He's like, I can't do it.
Yeah, right. he said, "Yo, I need a local brewery or whatever." I'm like, "Well, dude, what about Free Will?" He's like, "Yo, you know the guy from Free Will?" I'm like, "I do."
Very well.
It's
like you're talking
it's
to
me.
him.
Yeah. You're talking to him, and he's like, "Dude, I'd love to do it with you." I'm like, "Well, listen, man, I'll be down Thursday for lunch, and I'll bring some beers and some samples, and we'll go over to. We'll make it happen.
I just felt like if we're gonna do something like fucking awesome, let's do it.
You
Fucking
can't beat that.
Yeah.
We're covering every base.
Exactly.
You got food to eat. You got beer to drink. You got music to listen to.
Exactly.
Yep.
And it's perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I didn't even think about it. I mean, when you're starting to plan like a pop or an event, you're trying to worry about the food, the recipe, the menu.
Absolutely.
And then a lot of places will have their own in-house bar or something like that. But when you're like, I'm going to call a friend who does, I'm like, that's a fucking great idea.
As soon as I heard it, I was like, yeah, why
Why
wouldn't
not?
you?
As
We
soon
should have
as I
thought
thought
of that.
about beer,
These events
I was
are
like,
best.
Oh, we need music.
It's best to bring as many people involved as possible. 'Cause
Absolutely.
we'll help each other out, and it'll be that much better.
Absolutely,
I mean, come on.
collaborative effort.
Oh, it's so
love it.
cool.
Absolutely.
Look at all the platforms across them right now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool as shit.
We're breaking every rule.
Yeah.
In fucking Europe,
There's
they hate
people,
us.
there's people
Japan and,
like this.
and Italy, it's like,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
we're marked, but it's okay. It's all
What
right.
did you guys choose beer wise for the event? Do you have something specific picked out?
Yeah, we do. We have four really cool beers.
Yep.
We're gonna do all four, right?
Yeah,
We're gonna do all four.
I think we offer all four,
Yep.
and then they can.
Are
you
they
know,
the
they
four?
can taste
Are
one
they
of
the ones we
each,
have
or-
here, or are they different?
I think they're all different than the ones we have here.
They are. These
They're
are
all
the new joints, though, right?
So the ones you have here are basically Free Will core brands. These are the brands that we that we do in our normal marketing. So we have Craggle, which is our West Coast style IPA, and we have Techno, which is our East Coast style IPA, kind of an homage to the old school thing. And then what Angelo's drinking is Sing Me Back Home, which is part of our new hazy IPA one-off series that we do.
Delicious.
Thank you. Yeah, but the beers we're gonna have for the event are all totally different, and they match really well with the broth and the ramen bowls that are gonna go with it that night.
They really do. So you brought like 4 that day.
Yep.
And the 4 that you brought are phenomenal. So they can pair with our chicken broth, our pork broth, our dashi broth. It's gonna be a killer event.
That spicy miso broth was crazy, man.
Thank you, man.
I need that.
That's my
Thank you.
favorite thing that you
Yeah,
have.
I need that.
Is that
Thank you. We're all out.
You sent me home with
That's
some
what I-
stuff.
we will not be serving that.
Yeah.
You sent me with the paste and that garlic oil.
Did you use it?
Dude, I've been
Wow,
putting on
it's crazy.
so many. We made bok choy, which is just that little peanuts and like sesame seed. I could eat that all day.
Ah, man.
It leaked on my way home. It totally ruined everything in the bag, but it was worth it. It was totally worth it.
That's awesome.
When we came down, I don't know, we could kind of walk through the process of what we did for actually setting up the bowl. Because what was funny is it was the first time you were there with your dad, and then he fed us like way too much
Jesus.
food, and then we had to
fetish.
figure out what we were going to do with the bowl. What was your original thoughts on what you like? How did you picture it when you originally like? We talked about it, and I
Yeah.
know how you probably work very similar creating. Is you had it pictured in your head, and now you got to make it.
Well, originally I wanted to create a ramen. I made some crazy pork broth with like a whole half a pig, almost every trimming, every bone. I remember.
It was delicious, by the way. I forgot to
That's
tell you
all right.
that. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But no, you know what?
I
And then
saw
I'm
him
like,
throw
you know
it
what?
out.
I think it's just
Sounds
cool.
like a black guy's favorite meal right there.
Literally,
Did you use the
everything went in.
chitlins and the hog bones too?
Everything,
all
went
of
in
that.
there. Everything.
I'm in.
But you know, like
You gotta.
the idea originally was let's make a cool recipe. But then I'm like, you know,
Right.
it'll be cool to just take what he's serving and just replace the pork.
Sure.
And it changed the flavor just in that little
It
bit
did.
that made it unique. It was already delicious. I mean, I pounded a whole bowl of which one did I have in the beginning? The tonkatsu,
Yeah,
right?
the tonkatsu,
I
yep.
pounded a whole bowl before we even like talked about porchetta. But it worked. At
And then
first,
we also had the bao buns and the fucking.
oh yeah, Jesus Christ.
There's a lot.
It was cool. I mean, and I like the fact that we're doing the bao buns also the same way you do yours. We're just switching the pork.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's
Your
cool. I like
porchetta
that.
on the bao buns is a no-brainer.
Yeah, and you know we can always evolve from there. We can always do it again, and like we create a special, signature.
What's
recipe.
cool about your porchetta versus like our pork belly is like you have the crispy skin.
Yeah.
It's thicker. There's different herbs. Like it's awesome.
And the skin stayed crispy, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Which we were like discussing. We were like nervous. Like, is it gonna stay
like
crispy?
watching the bowl.
It does. I remember like texting you like 5 minutes out, 7 minutes out.
I
Like, yo,
ate it
it's still
that night
crispy.
and it was still crispy.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah. So it's it's an
choked.
experiment. The flavors there, everything worked. I mean, what we ate was outrageous. I thought so.
Oh, it was awesome.
So I have no, especially bringing the beer in to kind of make full circle. Tie in those flavors. I think it's going to be. It can't be not amazing.
No.
I want to eat more than just that. I'm going to be to just eat mostly. Like I'm like happy to be involved. It's like, look, can I come?
Right on.
It's like, oh, you want to talk now? It's like, I'm eating a bowl of ramen. Give me like 45 minutes in a dark corner.
I bought a ticket actually.
What's the whole thing that you're going to be serving and presenting? Like everything that you get with the ticket.
All right, so you get a ticket. You buy a ticket. It's going to be $50. You get an appetizer, a porchetta ramen. You get 2 complimentary beers from Free Will, and you get some music.
Is the appetizer going to be the porchetta?
They can choose whatever they would like. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's real nice.
Yeah.
I'm bringing extra just so we can pound down as many as we want without feeling bad after. It's like, oh, we sold out. You're not open yet. Like, sorry.
It's gonna be a really fun day, really good event. If the weather is nice, permitting, we will have outside tables.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
I'm
Big
excited,
time.
man.
You
I'm
brought-
excited. Looking forward to it.
You also brought music in as well, correct?
We did. We have this we have these 2 super talented kids. We have Grace Crescitelli and TJ. They're phenomenal kids. Awesome what they do. It's gonna be awesome. A lot of good sounds. They play a lot of places in Doylestown locally. It's gonna be awesome.
It's funny now having this conversation, and I was like, wow, like he's really putting this together, and then I forgot that like he used to plan events and like do like full on weddings and DJ shit, so of course you would hit a home run doing this. I was just so dumb to the fact of like what you did leading up to here, like of course you would know to cover all the bases.
I'm not gonna lie, man, it didn't come easy. I was thinking of like breweries and stuff and locally trying to source some people, and I ran into a kid who comes into our restaurant. His name's Chris Rotelli. Shout out Chris.
Yeah, I know
He
Chris.
goes,
Chris.
hey, why aren't you gonna tap into Archie? And I was like, holy shit, I know Archie. I texted you immediately.
Absolutely. Right away.
So I want to thank Chris, because without
Chris
Chris,
is a good dude. Yeah.
without Chris, I
He's a
probably
good
would
dude.
have looked to other breweries. No
Yeah,
bullshit.
right.
Really cool how it all came together. The sounds local, obviously. Angelo was a no-brainer. Like, we've been planning this. We've been trying to like figure it out when we're gonna do it, but it's really cool how it all came together.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to make shit happen. Like
do.
all of our schedules are totally fucking insane. I was actually impressed that
I
we're
can't
all
believe
here.
we're all. How
Yeah, because I was like, all right, because I was texting him and I was like, hey, is Free Will coming? He's like, yeah. He's like, I think so. And then like,
Actually, hold on a second.
Well, I heard through the grapevine I was getting my balls broken.
Hold on a second.
I was like, oh, the guy from New York is bringing your balls. I'm coming from here, and I'm like, dude.
Hold on.
It's like I'm like, dude,
dude.
Nazareth is not around the corner from Perkins. You're like, yeah, but Angela's coming from fucking South Bronx, bro. You gotta fucking get your ass over here. I'm like, damn. I guess I gotta make it now.
Shit, the pressure was on.
Yeah, it was.
Archie was
we
like,
checked
I can't
Google
make
Maps.
it, man.
Yo, and he actually texted me last night, dude. Are you sure you're coming? I'm like, dude, I gave you my word. I'll be there. He still was unsure. It's like, come on,
yeah,
man.
because I asked you last night. I said, hey, is he definitely coming? And you're like, I drunk texted him. I'm not sure.
I was like, what? It was actually a drunk call. We had a call last night. I was like, you better be there.
You better be there.
No,
It was like a drunk booty call. Yo, I'm coming over. You better be in your negligee, girl.
I was like, get there, Archie.
Oh my god, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, because your schedule, everyone's schedule, I'm sure, was insane. But then it was like when we were discussing this, it was like, fuck it, when are we doing it? And we're like, March, and then it was just picking a fucking date and just grabbing it and going.
That's the problem. You know what it is? My schedule's so sporadic where it used to be the same thing all the time and then added stress. Now it's so sporadic that I find that if I don't just say, you know, this is when we're going to fucking do it.
Yeah.
And no matter what comes along, that's just sectioned off. And my fault with procrastination is that I have a million ideas. And so now I'm like forced myself to say, you know what, I'm actually going to buy the cheapest calendar I can find so I can actually write. So I even went to Staples. I'm like, you have like a cheap like $5 kitty calendar or something like that?
Like the clearance section over there.
I got a dozen of them in the back.
Yeah.
But what's cool is with all the plans we have
Hello
to do other
Kitties.
stuff around here. It's cool because it's still. I eat soup year round. I mean, people should anyway. But we wanted to get it in while it was still kind of like cool weather, to give it that little more of a like. rich, comfort food soup kind of
right.
thing.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
So it's cool that we did that, at least because we're gonna do stuff in the street here. We're gonna have crazy stuff going on, and that's all like spring, summer
What are you
kind
guys
of
doing in the street here?
Dancing.
calisthenics. I'm teaching Tai
That's
Chi.
what I was hoping for.
I'm looking for that body weight trainer. You know what I mean?
Oh jeez, I need two.
I was actually just going to tune an organ.
I like it.
Okay.
OnlyFans is. We don't even care. We're just gonna make food, and if people buy it, we're gonna be like cool and make them hang out with us.
That's like the coolest thing. Like us three, like came together just for food.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You're like obviously like ridiculously renowned chef. Me and him like travel for food. We've been doing it.
It's
since we were
crazy.
young.
It's crazy in our shoes because he was the first person to take me out of the area to eat actual food. This area is okay with food now,
Right.
But 20 years ago, it was horse shit. And he was like, yeah, we're going to Philly. We're going to get a cheesesteak. And then he started taking me, and we never stopped doing it because it was the whole process of going. I would meet him early. We start drinking. We're driving the whole way down. It's even trying to find a place to piss as soon as you hit the city.
We were driving the whole way down.
There was one point where the car was off.
It was a Tesla.
We were driving the whole way down.
But it was always just going to these different food spots, and then it's like we just never stopped doing it.
Right.
And then there'd be times where we didn't have time to do it, but like he was like, he's like, we got to go to this fucking guy's shop, and then he tagged me in your fucking Instagram, and I was like, when do you want to go?
Yeah,
Little did we know we had already swiped right on each other's grinder. At that point.
Well, that's what I was
This
hoping.
guy-
Wait a minute.
I only know the
This
back
guy's
of his
Adam's
head.
apple looks really familiar. I gotta say.
It's gigantic.
And then
Adam's apple.
that was it. That was it, though. I mean, we went down and ate in the fucking parking lot with Eli. He was dressed like a homeless third
He was.
baseman.
Homeless third base.
Is that what he said? Something when we were because you like wouldn't let him change or something, and we just left.
Well,
No, I mean whatever. He's the young guy. That's what you do to the young guy. And then I remember we stopped at that bar, which I think was by his house. Where was the place you took us for the? You said it was a good fucking round pie or whatever. It was the bar we stopped at, and it was like real dark. It was just for regular pizza.
I forget, man.
And he got carded and didn't have his ID on him because remember he didn't bring his fucking ID.
Wait, by me? By where my store was?
Yes.
I don't know.
It's
Kinchley's?
Kinchley's Tavern.
That was 2 blocks from my house. By the way.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
funniest
yeah,
part is
yeah.
literally like 2 blocks
Yeah,
from my
we
house.
went to Kinchley's
That's so
first.
funny.
And he
or
didn't-
after.
Because he was wearing sweatpants, didn't bring his wallet, and he didn't have his
They're
fucking
like, who's
ID.
this
Oh,
dork
my
in the
God.
sweatpants? I love you, Eli.
Yeah. No, I mean,
If you forget your ID, don't wear sweatpants.
Yeah, right.
yeah, but that's how. I mean, that's how it always is with us, though. It's just constant ball breaking. If I would have forgot my ID, they would have fucking rode me the whole time.
Well, especially with your leotard.
Unitard.
How dare you? I wear linen.
Tommy Bahama. What's going on? No wonder why you frequent Key West.
On the
Big,
white sand beaches.
Well, parrot
Yeah,
head,
some
for
little-
Christ's sakes.
I love it. Yeah, so like, do we have more beer? I'm almost done with this one.
Yeah, we got
there's
plenty.
this one.
Beer.
Can I have that
We
one?
got some more.
Yeah, cool.
Absolutely.
There's cold ones in the fridge too, unless you,
You know-
want to
you know
drink
what's-
They're actually
the
in the
warm
freezer.
prop one.
They're
I
about
think I
to
took those
explode.
out.
I hope you put a timer on it.
Relax,
delicious,
MacGyver.
man.
I know you'll
Really
take care
delicious.
of it.
Oh,
You
thank you
should
so
get a
much.
coat hanger and a bottle of fucking
Yeah,
syrup.
man. We appreciate that. It's interesting.
Should I do
the
the-
beer industry
Why not?
has
Just
elevated food
explodes
too.
juice
You know what I mean?
Across the fucking room.
Craft beer came along, and even your local dive bar now has like a gourmet burger, right? Like craft beer helped elevate that. So you go to the city, you go to most craft beer bars or a restaurant, the food is like amazing, which opened me up because I was like, just a African American kid from Germantown in Philly, right? And so my sphere of food influence was, really, very germane to African American culture. You know what I mean? Cheesesteaks and all that kind of stuff. And our idea of a ramen pack, and I told him, was like, oodles or noodles.
Yeah.
And we did it totally different. Like you just
Which
boil
I
the
still
noodles.
eat.
We boil the noodles, and then you take the seasoned pack with some butter and put it in the skillet, and that's how we ate it, not with the soup, right? Like, so Kev hits me up and was like, Art, you got to come down and like actually try a ramen bowl. And he blew me away, and I was like, dude, this is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in. And I tasted all of the broths. We paired the beers, and so it's crazy. So
What did you end up eating that day?
You
like
made
a full bowl.
You made the spicy miso crab tantan.
Oh, I made you a crab tantan.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
That was ridiculous.
With the shiitake?
Crazy.
Because I had the shrimp one, right?
You had.
What did I have? I had,
Grasshopper.
I ate so many things.
But you're good now.
It was exactly.
I've been shitting blood since, but we're
Right, exactly.
Use the bidet.
I forgot we did the crab tantan. I apologize.
Yeah, the crab tantan was crazy.
That's
it was
awesome.
amazing. It was sick. So, and by and large, man, like all of my best friends in the craft beer business are all foodies. Like they're all just like, it just opens you up to your palate, just changes, and you just experiencing all these different things.
That's cool.
So I'm excited. A couple guys from the brewery gonna come down and hang out next Saturday. Our head brewer is gonna come. He's a foodie.
Nice.
So yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. We'll bring a little free will representation. Have a good time.
I like it.
I'm in.
I hope you guys show up.
Come on,
That'd
man.
be nice.
I like the local. I like the local
We'll
thing
be
about
there.
this. Like when I went to Doylestown, when I went to a place, I was blown away. I loved it.
Cool
We park in
town.
the back, and there's all these like old houses, and
Yeah.
there's like this little village feel to it.
It's got a nice charm about it.
Yeah, it
doesn't
really does.
Yeah,
and like
absolutely.
and to see, I know there's gonna be a ton of people there, and just the vibe of it, and now that the weather's nicer, it has this really cool feel. And I think like just the idea. I mean, I'm the jerk off coming from upstate New York, but
I'm the jerk off that works there.
I
so.
know, but it's got this. I think we can create a really cool atmosphere, and it's already. I know the buzz is already there. I know a few people coming from at least an hour away.
Oh, right on.
At least 5 or 6 people who are like, I'm coming. I don't give a shit. And it's great that it's
Nice.
a Saturday, and people want to get out and try something new, and
Absolutely.
it help. I mean, we're gonna have fun ourselves, but we're also gonna open ourselves up to new eyes and new
Experiences,
And yeah,
absolutely.
it's great. And I love it.
I'm totally excited about it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking awesome.
And we can get a warm day like today or yesterday. That'll just be beautiful.
Yes.
I'm hoping if it's warm, I'll put tables outside. It'll be
We can dress revealing. It'll be amazing.
for sure. I have a crop top.
I like
Crowd
it.
top.
I actually was just checking, and I have shit to do, and I'm not coming.
Thank God.
There's a Degrassi marathon on that. I love it.
Mike, what are you doing? I'm busy with the grassy right now. Please.
Dry humping. Childhood stuffed
Yeah.
animals.
Oh my God.
Again.
Oh my God. That's awesome.
My first time having ramen, like legit ramen, was at your place, or I was at the Bethlehem one, because it was right when Marco was opening up. Because I remember you telling me like, dude, this guy's opening this fucking spot. It's killer. Like it looks great. And then I never had ramen before that. Have you had ramen before Marco? Or
I did, and that's how it all started. So he's literally a fucking genius. Like business wise, the guy's fucking flawless in what he does. We were doing business in New York, and we were eating ramen every once in a while, and then we started eating ramen locally, and he asked me if I thought we could put a ramen spot in the Lehigh Valley, and I was like, yeah, definitely. He had already made his mind up he was going to do it. He had spent a year and a half in Japan cooking. He already knows all these things, and he goes, so, I can make this. And I was like, no fucking way. And he's like, yeah, I can make all this. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, yeah.
no, I will not.
Great movie. He wanted to open something in the Lehigh Valley. He and I thought about doing something, and he wanted to do it on his own in case it didn't work out. Obviously, it flourished. The first 2 weeks, I was pelting him with texts like, hey, I need to open a spot. Come on, let's do this.
And that was it was crazy to watch from my perspective, because going back to these, we would ride in and out of the cities, we would always be bouncing like, you know what we should do is we should open this, we should open up that, and we always both talked about food. And then to see him be like, I'm gonna do it, and I was like, holy shit, because I know him, like, this crazy motherfucker's gonna open a ramen shop,
right? And
you were all in, and that was the most impressive thing, because we had always talked about it, and we grew and grew and grew, and you were running your own business at the time. You went from DJing to doing the other business, and then now it was like, I was like, oh, literally going to open a restaurant, which is totally insane.
Yeah, no, it was not.
I've worked in restaurants. I was like, he's going to do it.
This guy's an asshole.
Yeah, right.
No, it's
Yeah,
cool.
no.
I was so happy to finally get there though, because I'm a ramen fanatic. I just don't get to have it enough. And I was like a little kid that day. I was in the kitchen, like eyeing every ingredient. And I'm like,
I saw you.
give me like 20 minutes alone in this kitchen. Just where's the ladles? And I'm good. But no, it was really cool. I like I said, I'm blown away by the area. It's so beautiful. I'm such a farm. The older I get, the more I want to be on like a farm with like an apron.
Yeah.
And staring at like I want a rooster.
You're not
Just
wearing
me.
one now?
No, actually, it's very rare. I'm actually not wearing it. I'm not even wearing pants right now. That's the craziest part about it. You guys, divert your eyes.
It's the only way I agreed to coming here. Is
My
I'm not
eyes are
wearing
up here.
pants.
But everybody coming, it's a beautiful town, and the area, the feel of it, and like it's got this like close knit, like you feel like you're in just the small town you always wanted to like chill in. But we're gonna be eating ramen with porchetta and drinking like craft beers, and it's just I like it, and it's gonna spawn a million things. I know, and people are gonna have a good time, and there's no way they're gonna not enjoy everything. At least I'm gonna be drunk in the corner drinking, just sipping broth.
Back to the town. Doylestown's amazing, man.
Yeah.
That town has supported every business locally for like obviously through this whole thing, but it's been incredible to support. Want to thank Doylestown.
Yeah.
Obviously, all of our followers, all of our customers, we love you
time.
guys. But
Big
like
time.
it's been amazing.
Free Will felt the same love down there too.
Yeah,
Like,
I bet.
specific accounts just
I bet.
kept running our beer even when they weren't selling a lot of beer. They were
rally around
still
you.
they were still supportive in that whole entire community. So we're thankful for that, and we'll be there every step of the way. So however this matures and whatever other event, if beer can be involved, count us in, man.
I'm happy you guys like involve me in this, because I'm just showing up with fatty
He
pork.
was the start. Yeah, but you don't realize is that you were the start of all this.
Yeah, you were.
Only because I wanted to eat ramen. That's selfish reasons. But it's cool because
It was totally a self-serving kind of venture.
no,
like,
it's totally selfish.
like,
I
hey,
don't-
hey,
I think it's
Kev,
self-serving for all of us.
I got porchetta.
But it's amazing.
Just make me soup loads.
I was like, Arch, can you bring beer? He's like, yeah. I was like, Angelo, can you bring pork?
It's the most casual business setup ever, right? This is going to be on a documentary in like 30 years, like the starting of Apple. You see Steve Jobs, like, you got beer? Yeah, I got beer. All right, you got pork? All right, we're just going to throw it in the broth. All right, cool.
Chuck it all
Let's go.
together.
Let's go have a smoke, and that's it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they started it in a weird basement. Some redneck town.
In
With the
Nazareth.
bidet, with the $50 bidet.
It's a good starter
like
bidet,
it.
man.
Yeah, it is.
It's a good starter
best
bidet.
bidet
Do you have
I've ever
bidets at
drank
the
out of.
restaurant? What was that, sir?
Nothing, sorry.
Can we set up a bidet at the restaurant for the day?
We
Just
can.
Yeah.
We can set it up for the bidet.
the bidet. I like that.
So dumb.
Fuck off. Dad jokes.
Shut up. Heyo.
You got to get the fucking horn.
Bum, bum.
What are the hours you're doing this?
We are doing Angelo's Porchetta all day. We're going to do it from 11:30.
Damn, I
From
didn't know you were
open-
starting from open to close with that.
We are. If you didn't know it, we are now.
Someone doesn't read captions.
I can't read, period.
He's like,
We'll reevaluate after this.
yo, Mom, can you turn those French captions off, please? Fucking Netflix. God damn.
So you're only serving the porchetta for an hour, and then what else are you doing?
Yeah, we're going to burn it.
There's going to be one bowl of ramen with porchetta in the middle of the room, and everybody's just got to fight it out for it.
2 hours
It's
we're
be Hunger
selling.
Games.
For 2 hours we're selling Pelican Piss.
In a jar. It's going to
I'm
be
loading up my
jarred.
trunk with Arby's on the way down, and
Yeah, right.
whoever doesn't get a bowl of ramen, I got a roast beef with horsey sauce for you. Don't mind my sweaty hands. It was a long time in the drive-thru.
So exotic.
We're gonna sell it. We're gonna sell Angelo's Porchetta on our ramen and our bao buns from 11:30 till 3. We're gonna shut down, clean up,
Is it ticket
get ready.
only?
What's that?
Ticket only?
Ticket only from 5 to 9.
Oh, okay.
So from 5 to 9, we're gonna have Arch and Angelo's Porchetta and the music. So from 5 to 9 are the tickets.
All right.
It's gonna be phenomenal. I can't wait.
Yeah,
The
it's gonna be
feedback's
good.
been incredible.
Nice.
What's it like for you to be putting all this on, man?
It's been a little bit stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's the hardest part about it being stressful? Organizing it or believing in the event?
No, I always believed in this event is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I believe in all of it. The music, the food, the beer, what we have to offer, our spot. It's, I have ADHD, so I'm a little all over the place. If you ask my employees, they're gonna be like, "Hey, man, are we ready?"
So you,
I tell them yes.
And then figure it out on the fly. Oh yeah, we're good to go.
Yeah.
that's great.
Are you doing anything intimate with the atmosphere?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang from the ceiling fan. No, we're gonna run our usual thing.
Yeah.
We have these cat lights that are cool.
They're like actual cats, or
Why you gotta press me on it? Man?
maybe I want to buy a dozen.
You can, they're on Amazon.
I thought you were gonna hang those beaded curtains like from the 70s where you
yes.
walk through the pimp spot and Pam Grier shows up
we
through the
can.
beads.
We
like that.
We'll do that on
like
the
that.
next
We
event.
do that on the next one.
like
And
that.
we'll have another brewery.
Right. Oh my damn. That's all right. I'll just still bring the boys from Free Will. We'll just sit outside the place with our beer.
Is this
Eating
BYOB?
Arby's.
Crack cans like this. How you doing?
That's awesome.
We'll just crack our own cans.
Oh, man. It's going to be, in the very least, it's going to be a fun day. I know that much.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can tell you that.
Thank God there's that little break in between, that siesta.
Yeah.
I'm going to go antiquing for a little while.
There's a lot of cool shit in town.
So am I in the Delaware River.
Oh, yeah. And then I'm going to find a nice porch where I can just kind of sit on someone's hammock until they either shoot me or call the police. And then I'll be back for the second round.
Oh my god!
It's like, what
It's
are
a
you doing
good
around
town
here?
for the shooting or
I like it.
calling police.
Did you check the town out at all when you were there before?
Only driving in and out, but
Yeah.
it's so nice there. I mean,
It's cool, man.
I feel like I'm watching a Lifetime movie every time I go into a cool town with history. I just get all flustered. I just get this connection. I did mention, we were talking an hour ago. I just said there must be some cool antique shops there. Like, wow, life has changed.
There's some cool shit on that.
I'm down.
The block. What's new to Doylestown? Anything besides you guys?
There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff coming in, a lot of stuff going out, unfortunately. But
What's across the street from you now?
Oh, so there's a bar coming in across from us, literally across the way. It's gonna be a bar, lounge. I don't know the details on it, but that's what I've been told.
Are you gonna do guest DJing spots in case the ramen thing doesn't work out? Is that what?
I'll tell you what. If it doesn't work out, I'm in.
There you go. I like
Have
it.
you done your own music there, or you just brought in Risky and shit? Is it too much to do your own music and try and run the shit?
Nah, I haven't done any of it. I'd rather just have music run all day, have a cool playlist.
Yeah.
Or have live music. Live music is the shit.
Yeah,
When's the last
Everyone-
time you DJ'd?
5 months ago?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Was it bat mitzvah out on Long Island?
It was. I actually had to do the snipping.
That's
I was
the
the honor.
bris.
That's the
It's
brisk.
like 13 years earlier. But
Yeah.
I apologize.
What were you doing at this party?
wait a minute. We're talking during the party, not after on the
Yeah,
highway.
right? He was perpetrating a moil. That's what he was doing.
I'm weak.
That's awesome.
You guys can't smell that fart, can you?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I
It
can.
smells like fear and
And loathing in Las Vegas.
What did you think of the beer when you guys were going over when you were tasting it? You said you got pretty fucked up because you didn't realize they were super strong beers.
You're gonna have to
that
cut
was-
this
yeah,
out.
what's
You're
this?
gonna have to cut this part out.
Is that-
Archie got me fucked up that day. So he was like, "Yo,
So
dude,
that was,
I'm not
hold on a
drinking
second.
beer."
That wasn't the beer for the event. That was the beer that I gave you as a little gift.
Yeah, that was the beer. You were like, "Hey, dude, get drunk on Wednesday."
Yeah, right.
And I was like, "Cool."
But
So we took sips of beer.
You don't really get into IPAs and shit. You don't drink beer that much. You're a big whiskey guy now.
I try not to drink any beer, but he brought awesome beer. It was fucking phenomenal. So we were taking sips of it, pairing it, taking sips of broth, and then I was like, "Damn!" And then he gave me my private stash. And he was like, "Hey, these are strong." And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever, dude." They're like little.
It's always
little
like an
fucking
edibles
cans.
conversation.
Yeah,
You'll be
right,
fine.
right.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
I'm
He's
the-
like, "Dude,
I'm the beer drug
these are
dealer.
strong. Take care of them.
Yeah.
You know, don't drink too many of them." So I drank like 2 of them in like 5 minutes, and I was fucking scorched.
Yeah. we make a beer called Ralphius, which is a Russian Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels.
Wow.
And this past year, during the release of that, we made some variants of it. So I gave Kevin like the base beer, which is regular Ralphius, the mocha latte version, the s'mores version.
Is this stuff that you guys sell?
Yeah, and I think
Sure.
the vanilla version. but they all range in ABV from like 14 to 17%.
Amazing.
And I even said to him, I go, dude, take your time with these. And we put them in a like they almost look like the Red Bull cans, like the little 8-ounce slicks. And I'm like, yo, Kev, just take your time. You know, but I knew the Irish
got
guy.
4 parking
he wouldn't give a
tickets.
shit. Exactly.
Let me guess. He went, relax.
Relax. Yo, Arch, don't tell me how to drink, bro. And now he's like, oh, you got me fucked up. Well, I gave you a warning. I told you, chill.
He texted me and was like, dude, I'm drinking these IPAs. He's like, I'm fucked up. But I don't get into, like, I'm starting to just start to, like, appreciate beer like this and get into different stuff. The 2 guys, I think they left before you got here, Dave and Vitro, like, they got me into just different beers and a couple other buddies. So I'm, like, starting to appreciate it more and get into different styles. But I'm used to drinking, like, garage beers, and I like to drink 30 of them.
Yeah,
so,
right.
like, that doesn't work with, like, this shit. So I know how it is to kind of hit those ropes and be like, dude, we were at Separatist, and we left there, and I was like, dude,
I
I'm
know the
fucked
guys
up.
from Separatists.
Yeah, I was like,
Joe
I'm fucked
Prococo.
up. I had like 5
Of course
beers.
you do, Archie.
I know those dudes.
Yeah.
They're making good beer.
Yeah, so we went down there, and it's like, if you don't watch yourself with the fucking...
Yeah, man.
It'll nip you in the ass.
Yeah.
What was it like for you to be drunk for the first time, Kevin?
When tonight?
I love it.
I'll bring some of those Ralphies to the event. Send you guys home with a little care package.
All right.
And then we'll find Angelo somewhere over the Tappan Z or something like that.
I'll just be at a rest stop.
Leaning the rest stop.
I'll just be at a rest stop, curled in the corner, crying.
Tapping your foot under the toilet.
Hitting the stall.
This guy is trying to drill holes into the side of the stall, every stall.
This guy's got a sawzall.
I'll be getting a text from Angelo. Art, you got me fucked up.
Where am I?
Dude,
Hey,
I
don't
told you
drink
to
2
take your
more.
time, man.
Don't drink any more than 2 of those Ralphies.
Well, it goes by body weight, so I'll up it by a half. I'll take a 3. I'll take 3. Just
How
to be
many
safe.
ounces
That's
did
what
you
I
drink
said.
of it?
I drank 2 of them.
It's basically 17 ounces. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a cheap date.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna get you a 3rd one. We're gonna holding you like a bowling ball by 4 p.m. before the band comes on. Before the
Thank
band.
God someone will.
You're like, I'm a tired man.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting aftermath. All the pictures, all the the people's feedback. Because it's so different. It's like really, this is just fun. It's a good event and it's great. The food is great. The
Absolutely.
ramen. I've been dreaming about that day. We ate like 2 different ramens, 2 different noodles, buns. We were like you try this. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna say no. I'm like my weak will, but it's gonna be delicious and it's like it's gonna be something that I think people are gonna remember like for a while, especially after all the pandemic shit. The winter's like dying down, the snow's melting.
I'm so excited to be outside, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
excited.
same.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Same.
Angelo, you're right.
I like it.
I'm excited to find out if Eli's going to be down there the whole time.
He better fucking be there.
If he's down there the whole time,
He better put on some new socks.
that's put your socks on, Roger. If I get to hang out with Eli all day and tag along with him, it's going to be trouble.
Yeah, well,
It'll be fun.
whatever. It's going to be trouble regardless.
Yeah, I'm definitely planning on getting
Cut that
arrested
out.
for exposure.
Hey, why not? Okay. I'm almost 2 beers deep already.
There's
I'm
nothing
still
wrong
on
with that.
Which one was your favorite?
So this is my favorite so far. The Sing Me Back Home.
Sing Me Back Home, yeah.
This is great too.
Oh,
Is that
thank
a
you,
new
Crackles.
release, Arch?
Sing Me Back Home was a release this past.
Damn, why does your voice sound the best on here? Fuck off.
Sensual.
It's so velvet. I had to
that-
say.
It really is.
No, yeah.
How's mine?
Is it like Don Cornelius or Barry White? Don Cornelius, Soul Train.
Yeah.
You don't know who Don Cornelius is?
No.
And you're supposed to be a
I
DJ.
thought the bourbon got involved in
Come
that.
on,
You were
man.
like Don Cornelius.
Don Cunnilingus. Nah.
Romantic. I need a subwoofer.
So,
Is there a subwoofer in here?
Seeming Back Home is part of like a one-off IPA series that we're doing. So basically, every month there's 2 one-off IPAs, hazy or double, that we release, and I just brought that to have fun with, man.
And this is 8.7.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm
You're
listen. I'm a
definitely getting
pussy. I'm a
naked.
total lightweight at this point in my life. But like, I'm almost done with 2 beers. This is a little less. This is what, 6.6, and I got a good buzz going. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm a cheap date.
Well, here's a 7.3, and can I take you home afterwards?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. You kidding me? I'm easy.
Yeah, right.
I'm far from home. There is
Yeah, right.
no safe zone for me right now. The safe word is more.
More, right?
Do you guys
like
want to sleep here?
Only if we sleep head to toe so our genitals line up. You're not gonna let me in your stash of leotards, so I'm not coming until that time.
Lennon.
It's it.
Lennon.
Lennon, baby.
This is good. The Techno IPA.
That's
You
really
said it's
good.
7?
Yeah, 7.3. Techno
Yeah, I didn't eat
7.3.
all day, so this should be interesting tonight.
What was
eat all that cheese.
what was the one you brought me? Cloudy.
Cloudy with a Chance of Charcuterie is our interpretation of a New England style IPA.
Oh shit, that's a
Kind of
great
hazy.
name.
Yeah, Cloudy with
That's
a Chance of Charcuterie is good.
That one's really good.
And the other ones we had was the Percy Pilsner.
Yep.
We had Peel and Pedal, which is a American pale wheat with a little bit of chamomile and orange peel.
I love wheat beer.
And the other one was
He also likes Amish farmers.
yeah, right.
And
The other one
slot
was
car racing.
Moon Servants, right? Was it Moon Servants? I think Moon Servants was one, the Dunkel Lager or whatever.
You did bring a
Lager.
dunkel.
Yeah.
Let's start working on a porchetta lager for next year on down. Can I talk about
Cold
the thing you
breath.
said with the grappa barrels?
Yeah.
Can we
man.
talk about
let's
that?
talk
Sure.
about
you
That
can
blew
talk-
my
you can
fucking
talk-
mind.
you can talk about
I know
Grappa.
shit
Yeah.
about beer. I know
So,
shit about
I just want to
I
interrupt
know
for a
nothing.
second,
Yeah,
but
hold on,
we are out of time.
Oh no!
All right, go fuck
No,
yourself.
I'm just, I'm just
We're
saying.
gonna continue.
We'll pick that up on the next one. We can pick it up on the next one.
No, I'm
We'll pick it up on the
fucking
next
around.
one.
I'm
Oh,
fucking
all right.
around. We actually have 40 more minutes till we end where I want to be.
He forgot to press play. He forgot to hold down
Wait a
the
minute.
play and the
We got to
record.
redo this
The
whole
record
thing.
button and
Yeah.
the play button.
Yeah.
Thank God I wouldn't lie over here. Otherwise,
Got a maxi tape.
let's do it again.
Better than a maxi pad, pervert.
Hey, Pelican shit.
But yeah,
My
I mean,
toes.
I know you're going to definitely tell more about the business next time you're around. But,
Sure.
No,
but
no, you
you
can
blew
do-
my
do
mind
your
with
thing.
this.
Yeah, so we have 6 formerly used grappa barrels in our basement.
Why do you sound so good on the microphone?
They're 55
What am I doing?
hectoliters. 55 hectoliters. They're huge. I mean, they're big. I'm 6'3", and they're probably another 2 feet taller than me.
Jesus.
And they're just huge. And so roughly 55 hectoliters is somewhere right around 11 to 1,200 gallons of liquid. And so we have beer that ages in those, and then we have a cellar program. Kev, I don't know if you've had any of our sours, or I know Brian has, your cousin has.
Yeah.
So we have a sour program in our cellar
love
program.
sours.
Me too.
So they're all in
Same.
I said it
oak
first.
barrels and stuff like that, and so we
I just
use
wanted to
those
fit
grappa
in.
barrels. For
I
the
never
same
heard.
thing.
I know
Just
Dick
wanted to
about.
fit in.
I know Dick. I know Dick about beer, but I've heard the bourbon barrel stuff. I never
Yeah.
heard grappa barrel. That's the coolest thing. I'm a
What's-
grappa.
What's
I'm a
grappa?
grappa fanatic.
What's grappa?
Grappa is basically a distilled liquor made from the leftovers of making wine.
Wine,
the
right.
stems.
Have you ever made it?
I've helped make it. I've never made it on my own.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Well, thanks
I've
for being
drank it a
honest.
lot. No, I've drank a lot. I'll never take credit for it, but I've been blasted all over Italy and
So what is it like? It's like a mix between liquor and wine.
No, I mean, it's in a lack of a better term, it's a moonshine. Basically, it's just
I was always under the impression that grappa is like the old school drink
Yeah.
for older Italian guys, or like from Portugal or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
like when we
My
drink,
neighbors.
Yeah,
They
I mean,
make
like,
grappa.
Like it's old
Or
school,
they
right?
have it.
You don't find many young folk who drink grappa.
oh yeah,
Like,
which
it's- yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
for
I'm
me,
blind in my left eye.
You're right.
I've had some stuff that's
Yeah,
been
right.
made by like old dudes in New York, and it's
Right.
like pure power, like blow your fucking
Yeah, right.
face off.
It's like corn liquor, like you said. It's like moonshine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it has that has a place, especially if you need to warm the house. You just light it on fire for a little while. But I just got really into grappa and traveling Italy and going and trying different versions of it, and I
And
never
you must have
even I
fucked
can't wait to
up.
taste that beer the fact that that's made in the it's really interesting. I mean, we think about like there's different levels of all quality of product. You could buy bullshit Bud Light, or you could buy a quality beer, or you could buy like a a moonshine grappa some dude made in his toilet and
absolutely.
He's got a fountain.
But
It's clean.
or refined grappa stuff. But like I think that's really cool. I mean, I'm blown away by that.
I'll find something in the cellar that was aged in those barrels, and I'll bring it for next Saturday.
That's great, man.
And we'll have a little. Maybe we'll drink that right before we start the event.
I like that.
So we grease the pump right away.
Don't threaten me.
Yeah, right.
This is getting really nice and salty. I like it.
We'll do it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll do some fun stuff.
Cool.
Absolutely.
All right.
Interesting.
Awesome.
Well.
Are you guys trying to wrap up? Or?
No, we're wondering. I'm watching you. I've been undressing you with my eyes.
We're waiting for Mike's cue. That's what I was waiting for. I'm like,
no, we hit the time. We're good.
Good.
Anything after this is extra. So
redder and redder.
Oh, I didn't eat all day, and I drinking the fucking beer.
I'm such a pussy. I'm getting buzzed right now, but I love it. I'm enjoying it.
No, I have a decent buzz. I only had fucking.
I'm smoked.
Drank a quart of ant piss, and then I got into the beers.
I was hanging out by the way stations, breathing in some fumes for a little while before I got here, just to really loosen the creative energies right now.
Trying to huff some gas for free.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I like it.
This is only going to get weirder and
just hit cut.
No, it's never anything good after this.
Do we wrap it up? What's the wrap it up line? Like we got to start around. Who's going to do?
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Kevin plug the entire event, and then after we plug the entire event, then we'll go around the room, and then you guys can just plug your social media or whatever you have going on, and
Should
then we'll
I
end
start
with
it off
Kevin.
with a fart?
No, it'd be totally inappropriate.
Hang on a second.
That's so stupid.
That was a cute one.
I tried, man. I tried.
That was cute.
Take it off, sexy voice over there.
Dude, I can't help it. It's just what it is.
My
my
pants unbuttoned by themselves
He's
3
like,
times
hey.
while we were doing this interview.
He's like, hey, man, Free Will Brewing. It just killed the whole thing.
That's what it does. What do you want me to do?
All right. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
You have to look at yourself in there. You have to look at yourself. What kind of bullshit is that, man? You actually had a fucking
Shout out to Gucci.
Yeah, he had a Bruce Willis moment there or something.
Yeah, definitely Bruce
He
Willis.
had a Bruce Willis moment. He looked at himself and then was like, all right, I'm ready.
Honestly,
I'm
I
ready.
couldn't see the screen.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do?
Plug the event. And then all of us individually.
Yeah, I drove around here. I'm getting plugged whether you like it or not.
Not by the boudet either. Do I have to look at a certain camera?
You can look at this camera if you want.
Pretend I'm
Okay.
naked.
That's facing you, though.
No, it's not. That one's facing straight.
Okay.
We're still doing the podcast. You just gotta tell. What are you looking at?
I don't know. I'm looking at that. But
Yeah,
it's not
just
on.
talk.
So the event March 20th.
Yeah.
We have Free Will Brewing. We have Angelo with his porchetta. We have live music. We're selling $50 tickets. Come in. It's going to be an amazing event. We have limited seating, very limited seating. Unless the weather is nice, we will have outside seating.
Yeah, don't sleep on the tickets.
Yeah.
Or on your couch. So
That's a new couch. I got it from my
nice
parents.
couch.
Yeah,
I like
It's
it.
a hand-me-down.
It's less sticky than the last one.
Dude.
No, it's a new one.
No, it's not.
All right. Archie, you're up.
Archie, do a better plug.
I
I'm counting on Angelo.
No.
Not gonna lie.
They were actually counting on you.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
They're like, that thing was cut out.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say thanks for having Free Will at the event, and thanks for having us to join the podcast. You can catch Free Will on Instagram at Free Will Brewing Company, and same thing on Twitter. And when we post the stuff, we'll tag it and spread the word, man. So, but thank you for having us. We really appreciate it. And looking forward to a great event.
Same.
Absolutely.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Angela?
Just mind_machine. I have my pizza page, 400 Sant'Angelo, but that's gonna change probably eventually. I keep saying it, but it's never fucking happened.
What are you going to change it to?
I don't know. I just changed the name. It's just me making pizza, so there's really nothing.
Why you change it to me making pizza?
I should do that. Actually, I like that.
Yeah.
Do I gotta pay you
There's
royalty
score.
now?
No, not at all.
Just me.
Just let me make the T-shirts.
But it's mind_machine. I just make food. I don't really have a job or anything much now. I have tons of friends who make
Killer
great
food.
products that I get to do stuff with, and it's fun. And like you said, March 20th is next week. Actually, I forgot. It's funny how quick this came, by the way. But so next Saturday, the 20th, order tickets in advance because things sell out like super fast.
Yeah,
Especially
absolutely.
like really, this is a great event. This is not just like a simple product. We're so. Don't be like that guy that's gonna message me Saturday morning. Like, oh, I couldn't get a fucking ticket, dude. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
right,
What
right,
did you
right.
So
Hold a couple tickets
Yeah.
for me, man.
Yeah, right.
And I think we actually did that to you for Mamas too.
well, no, well, that
Actually, no. You guys are fucking amazing.
Yeah. I'm just fucking around.
There was a line around the corner, and you guys fucking hooked us up.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
you guys drove
I'll
almost
never
2
forget
hours. We
that.
couldn't.
I never felt more like we did
Dude, I
something.
thought we were fucking cool as shit that day.
Yeah.
It was great, but that's all. I'm making pizza. I'm making porchetta. I have some Tuesday. I'm doing Denville, New Jersey, with my buddy Jason from Brick and
right
Dough.
on.
We're just making pizza. We're making porchetta sandwiches. We're doing just for fun. Just to introduce people to a new project we're working on, and that's it. You can check me out online. It's full of heavy metal and inadequacy and pork.
Nice.
That's really it.
Amazing.
It's a beautiful thing.
Amazing.
Thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate all of you driving here, except for Kevin.
I didn't drive here. I took a helicopter with your neighbor.
It's the Rocky Cop
You
Bill.
asshole. Yeah, fuck you. Stop that.
I appreciate all you guys coming here. It's really cool networking and just seeing what this show's turning into. And then for Kevin to say, hey, we got the brewery, and then for this to actually work out and all of us get here. And
Yeah,
I
right on.
constantly love having you come up here. I told everyone before, and I posted it, this guy is now going to start moving cheese into Nazareth. The Calanders closed their business down. There is now new cheese coming in, and I'm happy to do that in this town.
Appreciate it.
That's
we
awesome.
sold 14 mozzarella balls in 10 minutes.
Without trying.
Without trying at all.
And it's so warm.
Yeah, and people fucking
was
lost
great.
out on that, and they were pissed. But we talked before, and we can talk after where we're going to start trying to do stuff. Kevin, I've been wanting to get you on here for forever, so I'm glad that you were forced to do it with Mind Machine. Now you can broke your cherry and can come back. Free Will, I can't wait to do another podcast with
Yeah,
you.
man, we would love it.
And you can bring on, like I said, I can have up to 2 to 3 people. We can do it anytime. You can bring a brewer up if
I would
you want.
I would probably bring our head brewer and I'd bring
Yeah.
our brand manager.
Absolutely.
Those are the guys that bring with me.
It'd be so
Yeah.
cool to do that.
We'll make it
Hey,
happen.
do one at a time, Marsh. Take it easy. All right?
Thank you guys so much. If you're first time listeners of the show, it's neveragainstudio.com. That's where you can get all the video, the audio. We have other stuff available. I run apparel. I never promote it. And all that's on neverstudio.com, and you can apply for a job. What am I talking about? I fuck up
Don't
closing the show.
Apply for a
What
job.
I wanted to say is I'm trying to get my YouTube up. So I know it's the easiest thing to do to hit subscribe. Just fucking do it. Like, I need to get to a certain number to start making money off of this. Fucking subscribe. I don't care if you don't even watch YouTube. Subscribe to the fucking YouTube
Right
channel. And that's it, unless any of you guys got anything to plug.
Don't apply for a job.
Please, if you're coming next week, though, here's the thing, because we've all done like some events and stuff like that. And the coolest thing is getting people from social media and people you never
Absolutely.
met. If you're coming down and you see one of us, always say hi. 'Cause
Yeah.
I want to meet
For
everybody.
sure.
Yes.
And there's other
Same.
people like, oh, you seem busy. Even if we're busy, we're really not that busy.
Yeah,
So
same.
just enough, because I love to meet people, and it's always sucks to hear afterwards, oh, I was there, but I don't want to bother you. It's like, no, say hi.
Right.
Yeah.
Be cool to meet everybody. And that's what we're doing this for. It's not
Absolutely.
like there's no pretentiousness about it. It's just we just want to have fun and we
I
want to
agree.
eat cool food.
Let's
So-
chop it
Coolest
up.
part is
Yeah.
the chaos.
Exactly. Please say hi.
Can you guys smell that fart?
And seriously, buy the fucking tickets. There's a reason they're selling tickets, because it's easier to fucking do everything that way. So buy a fucking ticket. It's not hard. Quit acting like it's not the fucking internet and you can't click a goddamn button.
Use your Apple Wallet or whatever.
Gonna have to
ridiculous.
cut that last
It's
10
ridiculous.
seconds.
Stop texting me and asking me what's going on. Read the post and buy a ticket, you stupids.
We
Thank you
promote
guys
caption
so
reading.
much. Thank you guys so much. And that's it. I don't know how to close
Honestly,
these.
Mike, thanks for the Gucci glasses.
Yeah,
These
man.
things are fucking amazing.
Really is beautiful.
You can't take it home. I'm serious. Don't put Don't take.
He's gonna frisk you on the way out.
Don't.
I was hoping.
I've never seen
Don't-
rubber gloves as big as this
don't-
guy has under the seat.
Don't take it home.
There.